2 days on and the fire is still burning amid containers holding an unknown mix of dangerous, highly toxic chemicals. But the fire crews work on and they're still removing bodies. A reception centre has been set up for the more than 3,000 people who've been made homeless. This notice board shows how 2 days on the authorities are still struggling to get an accurate picture of the numbers of dead and missing. They've been posted by family members looking for loved ones. This one here, the deputy chief of the Tianjin harbour force. They can't find him. Notice after notice looking for people who would have been in or close to the disaster. Security guards, engineers working at the site. And down here, some very poignant notices from family members looking for missing firefighters. This one 19 years old, another one 22, this one 21 years old. The big fear, of course, is that these may have been some of the first responders and they have simply yet to be accounted for. Liu Kunying was asleep in her bed when the explosion struck. Some people are very worried now about the toxic chemicals on that site. Are you worried about the possible health effects? No, she says, I just feel lucky to still be here. This morning there was a moment of hope. This fireman was pulled alive from the rubble after being trapped for more than 30 hours. But with so many other firemen lost, the chemical warfare team has now been brought in to advise on how to tackle the blaze safely. Meanwhile, the authorities insist there is no wider public risk. Monitoring stations show that the air around the site is safe, they say. Well, this is the outer limit of the police cordon here, and beyond that, about 2 kilometres away, you can still see the plumes of black smoke rising into the air. At the scene, the firefighters are working in carefully controlled shifts to minimise exposure, and the authorities say that once the fire is out, the containers of chemicals will be dragged to a safe zone out of the way of the heat so they can be analysed. The big questions remain unanswered. Among them, why was a warehouse containing such dangerous chemicals built so close to people's homes?
Whoa! Oh! What the?
City that's close to the harbour. It's known for its heavy industry. At around 11:30 p.m, the first explosion, quickly followed by another, much larger blast just seconds later. People have described feeling